In this video we look at the Durango Resort, brand new, in Las Vegas before getting on the road and visiting Route 66, or at least part of it, in Arizona, where I try some frozen custard, which is damn good, and then off to London Bridge and staying the night. The morning after, we try an automatically produced pancake, only in America, and tastes much better than it looks, before visiting a mini Las Vegas on the Colorado River. Just about a year old. The Durango is the newest of the Station Casino properties, and very, very nice indeed. Last year, it opened on the day we flew back home, so that would have been quite early in December. It's been open so almost exactly a full year, and our first opportunity to have a walk around, and what a beautiful, beautiful property it is. We did eat in that food hall. We had a deli sandwich between us, which was very tasty. I forgot to film it, in fairness. But one of the things, and it's a new feature of Vegas properties, the newer Vegas properties, is that the use of sunlight. It used to be that you said about a Vegas casino, it would be completely disorientating with no windows, no clocks, just to keep you at the machines. It's very different now. They really want that natural light to be coming in, and those beautiful light pastel colours. Great food looking there, great cookies, as you can see. Not cheap though, as you can probably see as well. That's an upper class Mexican restaurant as well. Very nice exterior area, and yeah, well worth a visit. I would thoroughly recommend the Durango. So in Kingman, this little part of historic Route 66, part of the old Mother Road, which stretched 2,500 miles between Chicago, Illinois, and Santa Monica, just outside Los Angeles. There's the map, and as you can see, Kingman quite close to the end. Rather impressive road. Relics exist, and then some idiots just like to pose in front of it. Route 66, we're in Kingman, Arizona, and it's a little bit cold, but very good. Cold but very good. That's extremely profound. I'm sure you'll agree. Now that is actually the old Route 66 there in front of the museum. The railway is very close. Now that's the sign I've just posed in front of. You can drive around and put your car underneath as we did. And then the old railway depot is there on the left. You just saw it. And that is the old Powerhouse. One of the first concrete structures in Arizona, I believe. And now serves as a museum, gift shop and visitor centre for all of the visitors to come and have a look. Those that come hoard to look at the Route 66 attractions that are roadside. And popping inside, we will see they've done quite a decent job of it, in fairness. Now the GoPro does flicker a little bit, so forgive me for that, but only a little bit. The ground floor is the visitor centre. There's a little gift shop serving the usual brand of tat and other bits of souvenirs that you might want. Bit of the museum downstairs. Most of the museum is upstairs, as you can see. Plenty of Route 66 signs, and quite an impressive vista over the building that you'll see in just a moment. I did visit the museum a couple of years ago. Pretty good. They show you lots of videos of old memorabilia, etc. And certainly well worth a visit, and quite a unique structure. So lunchtime and a new chain for us, and this is Culvers. Now Culvers is a chain of burger restaurants, but do lots of other things as well. That is from Wisconsin, which is America's dairy land, and there it is in the Midwest. And as a result, it has a bit of a dairy bent to it. That's Craig Culver, who's one of the founders, along with his wife Lee, with Craig's mum and dad. They founded a chain that made these things, butter burgers, which are balls which are seared down and spread with butter to produce the beautiful butter burger. Started in Sauk City, Wisconsin, and very much a family affair. Very Midwestern, very small town America, as you can see. That's the first Culvers, and you'll see Craig in the rather modest, Craig there on the right, with a rather modest first room, and that's Lee with the frozen custard. That's what Culver's is all about: butter burgers and frozen custard. There's Craig and Lee along with his mum and dad, and there's his mum again, and mum and dad there again in the picture. Very much a family affair. They've got about 800. There's his kids. They started early on the tills there, as you can see. And here's us in Kingman. Flavour of the day you saw briefly there. And a rather blue place, as you can see. Blue is their corporate colour. Elizabeth and I called in, ordered from the menu, and liked what we saw. So now we'll show you what we ordered for a rather late lunch, it has to be said, and of course some of that delicious frozen custard. Elizabeth, we're in Culvers, and this is a Wisconsin place that they voted for Trump, but let's not mention that. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They can do what they want, can't they? It's nothing to do with us. We're just humble visitors, and we can. I did say earlier that I wasn't going to mention politics, but I failed. So there's a dairy bent to this place, and it's so I've got cheese curds with my butter. No, I've not got a butter burger. I've got a melt. You've got some chicken dippers, tenders, and it comes with a ranch. No, you got the signature sauce, I think, with yours, haven't you? So we're going to see what it's like, and we have some frozen custard after. So apparently frozen custard has got a higher fat content. So it's
than ice cream.
Yeah. So it should be.
It's creamy.
We've had it before, So today's flavour, they do like flavour of the day or vanilla, and today's flavour of the day is turtle. So one of us will have turtle, and one of us will have something. We might swap halfway after that, but we're going to try first of all. No, maybe not. You'd like us both to have turtle?
I have banana. I still have banana flavour.
You can't just come in and say whatever flavour. You've got to just take what they got, really.
Oh, well, if you can't have banana, I'll have turtle.
I got cheese curds and I've got that's my melt. Elizabeth, you've got your chicken tenders and the signature sauce.
That's quite nice.
So you had chicken tenders for lunch as well, didn't you? You've been very consistent. They're breaded or battered?
Battered.
That's it. So what's your signature sauce like?
Can't really tell. It's nice though.
Is it spicy or is it?
No.
Looks, it's almost like it'll be dairy, won't it? And then they said cocktail, and it's kind of like marinara, which is what they would have a prawn cocktail, but you're not. I've ordered with mine some buttermilk ranch sauce with my cheese curds, because this is a Wisconsin chain, so you have cheese. You can have fries as well. Crinkle cut chips you can have with it. I've got cheese curds, and that's my melt. I was going to order a double, but I think single's fine. Very nice. Very tasty.
Try a bit of this, or
Very good. Very good. So this is the frozen custard, which is their thing, and it's every Culvers has a flavour of the day, and this is turtle. I think it's vanilla custard with chocolate and caramel and various things. Nice. I am a fan of their frozen custard, and I think the ideal meal might be an In-N-Out burger followed by a Culver's frozen custard. Yeah, there we go. That's our tip for a perfect fast food cheapo tea. Very, very tasty indeed. And for those who are wondering, I should explain that turtle bars are American confectionery containing chocolate-covered pecans. And the cost of all of that, $18.97, plus about $3 more for the frozen custard. So, a relatively short drive to Lake Havasu City. Lake Havasu was formed on the Colorado River by the Parker Dam, and that is Lake Havasu. And, of course, adjacent to it, Lake Havasu City, there is London Bridge, and so named because it was transported from London in the 1960s. Now, that is the original London Bridge, or the bridge in its original location, 1968, completely overworked, really, and Lake Havasu needed something of an attraction for a burgeoning lakeside town. They're trying to attract residents. Robert McCulloch is on the left-hand side. He was in London, and they were selling London Bridge, and he bought it, and he transported it across the Atlantic on barges through the Panama Canal, and then rebuilt it. Now, there is an urban myth that says that it was actually Tower Bridge he thought he was getting. That is complete rubbish. He knew exactly what he was buying. He was in London at the time. As you can see, various bits of the bridge there numbered before being taken away and put onto barges, as I said, and brought across the Atlantic on a long, arduous journey to the west coast of America. There it is being loaded onto trucks, and then in rural Arizona, as it was then, and I suppose as it still is, the various parts brought and stored in a storage compound, and then readied really to be reassembled. There's the bridge being constructed, concrete structure with the stone fascias then added to it. The channel, this is 1971, the channel was built so that it was exactly the right size for that span. Most bridges are built for the channel. It's the other way around with this one. Here we are arriving now in Lake Havasu City, which is essentially a resort town. It's a water sports town, and that's where we stayed for the night. The Holiday Inn Express, which was a rather comfortable place. It was pretty good weather, actually, about the best weather we'd had for our trip. And a quick look at the room. This is standard Holiday Inn Express, really. Not a great view through that blind. You're not missing anything. 2 queen beds, nice big television. There is a microwave there. I think there's a kettle there on the left, or coffee maker, not kettle, fridge, and then rather pleasant little bathroom, as you can see, nice and clean and tidy. It was, I think, the single most expensive room of the entire trip. It was about $120 for the night plus taxes, but well worth it. Breakfast included, as you'll see the next day. And in fact, this is the next morning. This is the hotel lobby. I'm going through to a standard American motel type breakfast, apart from one thing. Well, there's sausage gravy with biscuit, or scones with a white sauce type gravy with sausage bits in it, which was, probably won't have it again. But still, you could taste the sausage in it. And that's a turkey sausage muffin that I also had with some bagels. And then this was my favourite. This is a automatic pancake making machine. So you press the button and then deposits a little sort of puck, I suppose, of pancake, then takes it through the machine, and then the second one, there we go, you've got 2 per button press, and as you can see, the dough is pressed there, or the batter is pressed there, and it goes through the whole machine, getting made into a heated pancake, and then plops down. It's not the most well cooked of pancakes, a little bit doughy maybe, but it takes a while to come down here. As you can see, just unceremoniously flops down. You've got to remember there's a second one coming as well, otherwise you'll go away and eat that, and there's another one to plop out. There it goes. Looks, or tastes better than it looks. But it's anyway, filled a hole. Not the best breakfast in the world, but certainly filled a hole. This is outside the hotel, which is pretty nice. As you can see, the weather is pretty good next morning, and little resort sort of area, really, it feels like. Would be nice in the summer, I'm sure. Little pool, as you can see. Very nice and very, very convenient for Lake Havasu itself and for London Bridge itself. Just literally, that's the entrance to the bridge you can see there on the left. And then you walk down to see the bridge in just a moment. So in an attempt to enhance the bridge area, there is what's called the English Village. Lots of fountains and gateways and phone boxes and that sort of thing. Souvenir shops, gift shops, bars, restaurants, and there's the bridge itself, as you can see on the channel. At its heart, Lake Havasu City is a water sports town. So there's jet ski rentals, marinas, that sort of thing. A very pleasant walk along the river, and there is a boat that takes you to a local Indian casino, which is just a little bit further up the road, I think on the California side. That's not actually the Colorado River, that's a little channel off it. So Elizabeth, how traditional would you say this English village is here in Arizona? Is it very traditional, not very traditional, or astonishingly not very traditional?
Astonishingly not very traditional.
And is that because of the Mexican drink offers that are available at that bar over there?
No, it's all a bit like tacky, really.
Yeah. So the bridge itself, it's only the fascia that's from London Bridge. The actual main body of the bridge is concrete. So what they did, they built it out of concrete, and then they just used the fascias that they brought over on a barge through the Panama Canal. I think that dog's about to kill us. So despite the shortcomings of the traditional English village, I really would recommend Lake Havasu City as a place to spend some time, particularly if you're into water sports. There are a number of very nice resorts along the river, on the lake. If you like a bit of gambling, there's an Indian casino as well. We didn't linger. We were off to Laughlin later that day, so we left the English village, the city of London, in Arizona. And Elizabeth had a little bit of shopping on her mind as well. As we left, the car was still parked at the hotel, and as you can imagine, that was it for us. But Elizabeth did manage to find the Ross on the way out. So back on the road and heading north and back towards the freeway. And we were heading now out of Arizona back towards Nevada. And this is the route that we took, so north from Lake Havasu City, back towards the freeway, then briefly on the freeway, into California just very quickly, and then up, continuing our northern journey into Arizona and Bullhead City initially before going into Laughlin. And as you approach, this is us approaching the freeway, quite a rugged junction as you can see. The roads got a little bit less busy as we got more rural as the journey proceeded, crossing the Colorado River there, getting now close back into Arizona from California. And then you start to see the casinos of Laughlin on the left hand side there when you approach from Bullhead City, and there they are. There's about 10 or 11 casinos in Laughlin, and then crossing the bridge into Laughlin, where we spent the next 3 nights, and that's what the next video is going to be about. So I hope you'll be able to join us for that as we have a little look around this beautiful town on the Colorado River, and it really is a mini Las Vegas on the river. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, I'd be very grateful if you could like this video and hit that notification bell. If you do that, you'll continue to receive lots more rubbish just like this.